What is up, guys? We're back with episode 8, right? Episode 8.
Yeah, no, episode 8. We're not double digits yet, but that's okay.
I know. It's starting to become harder to keep track of this thing.
With all 8 episodes, yeah.
I know, right? Too much. Too fucking much.
Oh no, I have problems walking down the street now. Like just people stop me all the time.
I know, man. New York was hard. People were stopping us left and right, asking for autographs, fucking selfies and shit.
Yeah, but
This is what it feels to be famous.
New York was actually hard, though.
New York was a struggle.
That was a very big struggle. So I was telling my friend yesterday that, like, you slept through a fucking techno concert, and she was like, what the fuck?
Who'd you tell?
What's it called? Kelly. Because she was like,
I was tired, man. I was jet lagged. I literally came from a 12-hour flight to a rave. What do you expect me to do?
She was like, how was New York? I was like, it was good, but first night, Khalid and I went to a concert, and it was the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life. Like, my nose was vibrating, and I've never felt my nose vibrate in a concert before. Like, it was the loudest thing ever. And it was, like, straight out fucking techno. Like, just, like, raging techno. And you're standing in the back with your eyes closed, swaying.
I was exhausted, man. I slept like 5 or 6 times that night. I slept on the Uber. I slept on the Uber there, on the Uber back. I slept in the back when we were like chilling outside.
You slept on like a container, and like on like a shipping container in the back. Like, what the fuck?
I felt like a homeless person.
You were a homeless person.
I was exhausted.
That was, yeah. No, I completely get it. I got sick starting that weekend anyways. I literally got sick.
I got sick right after that. On the way, on the plane back home, I got sick. Okay. I felt like dog shit.
So it's me, you, and Alex that got sick.
I think Alex started it.
Alex got hit the worst.
Son of a bitch.
I woke up like with a fever. That was fucking wild.
You woke up feeling like shit. Missed one of the concerts.
I literally remember saying to Joe the night before, I was like, you know what would be like the worst case scenario would be one of us gets actually sick. And then the next morning I wake up like fucked up and I was like, Joe, I have something to tell you. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm fucking sick. He was like,
you just played yourself, Alex. You just played yourself.
You just played yourself.
So it's like within 8 hours.
Yeah, that's fucking... I got the same thing essentially and just like powered through it. Did I what?
Did you finish all of those cookies?
Yeah, I finished all the cookies.
When did you eat those?
It was my breakfast. I needed cookies for breakfast. I need to take my antibiotics in like 45 minutes. I needed nutrition in my stomach. What did you just...
You're making me hungry right now.
Dude,
I've been snacking on fucking protein bars and shit all day long.
Fat as fuck right now.
What did you say?
I've been using MyFitnessPal for like the next 3 weeks. I'm fat as fuck right now. It's really bad.
Can you hear Alex at all?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Hey, Alex, are you joining us?
Well, he can't hear you. I'm on headphones. He's staring out the window like a cat. Alexander, when are you joining us?
Whenever. I'm joining now.
Okay. If you can join whenever. If you just want to pull up a chair and headphones. But yeah, New York City was very rough. We did
It was a lot of fun though.
It was.
It was so much fun. I ate like a goddamn pig, man. I love New York food.
We ordered a whole pizza every day.
I know. I love New York food.
Every day we were there, we ordered the whole fucking pizza.
And every pizza is delicious.
And every pizza got...
There was a pizza in the house. That's how fast it went.
What do you say?
I didn't even know there was a pizza in the house because you guys ate it in like 2 minutes.
Alex was like, I didn't even realize there was pizza in the house. That's how fast it went.
Yeah.
Like the Archie's
delicious.
pizza, you just like, it went in and out.
I only realized
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a box. I was like, what's this box from?
We should have ordered 2 pizzas.
Yeah, I wasn't eating though. Katie wasn't eating, and then it was just like whoever else was eating that one pizza.
The table in the back, everybody there was eating.
Yeah, a lot of starved children.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up Are you just gonna sit on the bed?
Yeah.
That works.
Full lazy mode while you eat.
That's a long cable.
Yeah, this is the long one. The good one.
Well, we have to make sure that he can hear you from the bed. Okay. As he continues to set himself up. I mean, we've been going at it for the past.
You're on?
Yeah.
Oh.
We are on. What else did we do in New York City? Wait, Dan went to a fucking Broadway musical, didn't he?
Yeah, he went with Casey. Nobody asked him what show they went to.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Do we know what show?
I have no idea. No one really knows. They wanted to go see Wicked. There was a lot of conversation. I don't know. What?
I heard Broadway musical and I tuned out.
It was either Phantom of the Opera or Wicked.
I heard Broadway musical and I tuned out. Not my thing.
Wait.
Maybe only thing I want to see is Book of Mormon, and that's it.
What about Shrek?
There's a Shrek musical?
Yeah, there's a Shrek musical.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
There's a Shrek musical.
That's news to me.
How did you not know about this?
Why would I know about this?
Yeah, there's a Shrek musical.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Exactly. See?
Shrek the musical. It was like on for a while.
So it's not on anymore. So it's a failure.
First performance 2008. I don't know. My friend went and saw it like a couple of years ago.
And what they think?
Loved it.
Your friend has problems.
Loved it.
Your friend has problems.
Okay, productions. It's still going.
Oh God.
2008 Seattle, Broadway, 2010 US tour, 2011 West End.
Talk about a starving actor.
Yeah, I'm not even sure who the fuck was. I don't think anyone interesting was in it, but yeah, it's still going right now in the UK and Norway.
Oh wow. So they're moving it around. It's not like stuck in Broadway.
No. It happened. They moved it to Spain in 2011, 2014 the UK, 2014 Germany, 2015 Brazil. Like, they moved around.
I am surprised people are watching this shit.
Yeah, 2016 Budapest, 2016 again Nova Scotia. That's how you know you've made it.
Canada.
when you start touring in Nova Scotia.
Way far up north.
Like, who the fuck even lives there? There's probably like a family of like 15.
Casey.
Letterkenny.
Who's Letterkenny?
What are you yelling, Alexander?
Nova Scotia is like Maine. There's people there.
Isn't it like the one city or something like that?
It's not a big area.
I mean, geographically, it's a massive area, isn't it?
No.
Nova Scotia?
Nova Scotia is not a big area geographically. Nova Scotia is a peninsula.
I just thought it was like the biggest, like it was just like all like expansive ice essentially.
It's the smallest province.
Oh shit, it's tiny as fuck.
Is Alex joining us or not? This half-assed thing is not working very well.
It is a little smaller than Maine. It is right next to Maine.
Yeah, that's why I said it's basically Maine.
It's Canada though, isn't it?
It is Canada.
Yeah.
Huh.
Still north.
I thought Nova Scotia was like a huge fucking piece of snow that no one goes to.
No, that's like
It sounds like it. The name was a giveaway.
or the Yukon Territory.
Yeah, the Northwest Territories. That's all just like lakes and snow.
Speaking of Canada, the Raptors.
The reason why we're all alive, though.
Can we talk about how both of us can't give a shit about this and everybody and their mothers like talking about it on social media? Meanwhile, we're both like, whatever.
I mean, I watch the games if they're on. They're good games.
Haven't watched any of them. I can't care enough.
Well, yeah, because like time zone also doesn't fucking help you.
Time zone, also basketball is not interesting to me.
Like for me, all I have to do is be outside somewhere and just look at the TV.
Yeah, I bet everywhere like they're playing it.
Yeah, no, all the bars. Like I saw like the ending of the last game like at like this bar that I was at like 2 days ago.
Well, I think they had the game the same time as the Champions League one night, and everybody here just fucking turned off basketball, Champions League right away. Like fuck basketball. Same with Europe.
No, Champions League is like early during the day.
No, it was during nighttime.
Well, for you it's that, but it's different. Like it's for us, the Champions League was at like 2 p.m. and the basketball games are at like 9.
Oh.
They're very, very different times because they're in different parts of the world.
Maybe they were playing a rerun here.
Oh yeah, probably. But
they do that sometimes with sports whenever it's like early in America, so they stream it live but delayed live stream here at night because no one's gonna watch it early in the morning.
Okay, no, that's fair. Okay, but I know you have, what's it called? I know you have a question that came in from Mitch that we're gonna look into later on, but I was directly asked to expand on something and provide the Mitchuation on a certain story.
I thought we were gonna call it Mitch, please. Mitch, please. Yeah, Mitch, please.
I honestly have no idea. I don't remember.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Mitch, please.
Okay. Mitch, please it is. But
is this for last episodes? Mitch, please.
As a mini Mitch, please. I needed to expand on how I became the slowest collegiate cross-country runner in the U.S. in 2016. Did he ask that? Yeah. Because I posted it on Instagram, and he's like, "Can you please expand on this? Like, I need please this needs to be spoken about slightly more deeply." Mm-hmm. So basically, oh shit, I need to look at the mic. Basically, I end up with David, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my one friend. I end up getting paired with him in the dorms, like in UB a couple years ago. And he was in the running club. He was like a runner in high school. And I was like, Abdul, you should come running with us sometime. And I don't run. What are you doing?
I combined them, remember?
So I can't run for shit. And David is like, come running with us. You need to come running with us. I'm like, sure. And I kept putting it off until he became president of the club. So I was like, fuck it. What's the worst thing that can happen? I have an in. So I go, and they're like, oh, we have a meet in what was it? In Boston. Like, we literally went to the Harvard meet. And I show up, and I still can't fucking run cross country, and I still can't run like an 8K, like, to save my fucking life. And they're like, here, run it. So I start running it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna like cross the course and like just cheat and just like cut the course. And I end up in a fucking swamp in like mud. It's just muddy in the middle. I'm just like, fuck. And like at that point, everyone's done. Like everyone's fucking done in like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
So your shortcut ended up making you take a longer route.
Oh yeah, no, I went through the shortcut and then had to turn around again. And then at that point, I'm just muddy and lazy and just walking. And the person bringing back the race is this like one random girl who I was like, you know what, I'm just going to walk with her as she like brings the back of the race up. And we're talking, and apparently she's the fucking president of the Harvard Running Club, so I'm just like ashamed of myself. And can't make eye contact with this girl for the rest of the weekend because they gave us dorms to crash in for the whole weekend. Like, she invited us to like house parties and shit, and like we went, and I just didn't make eye contact or talk to her for the rest of the weekend. I was like, fuck this.
Jag is gonna toss whatever that's on the window.
No, Jag, these are not for you. These are for humans. Humans!
Son of a bitch. I see him like, this fucking stupid paw.
Yeah, so I came last that day in the regional meet, so I was officially the slowest in the Northeast. Fast forward a couple months later, they were like, oh, we have the Nationals meet. This one is in Kentucky. I was like, fuck it. Free trip to Kentucky.
Wow, what a pleasure.
Does the club pay for everything?
I think I paid like $30 that year for the whole thing, for everything.
Oh,
else.
for the membership fees?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I paid like $30 or $40, and I got a free trip to Boston on Halloween, and a free trip to like University of Kentucky with like thousands of other college kids.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, granted we had to stay like in a red roof with like 10 people, but like it's okay.
Is that window open?
Yeah, windows open.
But there's a screen.
So you can tip him outside.
There's a screen, but yeah, if we don't like him enough, we can just like push him out the window. But Kate's taking him away in 2 months. So yeah, we went to Kentucky then, and then I ran that race. I was supposed to run that race, but I decided to get like shitty breakfast.
Why?
I don't know, I just really felt like going to Sonic and getting like garbage fucking food. I was hungry. I didn't care. And then we had Mongolian all-you-can-eat the night before.
Oh.
Like, it was a good food day. And then I made a bet with this kid that, like, if I don't PR in this race, I'll go, like, streaking around. Like, I'll go, like, streaking around the red roof. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to run this race. I'm actually going to do well. And I show up, and whatever I fucking ate, like, just got to me. And I started trying to, like, warm up, and I just puke. Like, aggressively.
Warms up.
And then I saw that the person bringing the back of the race this time is a fat dude on a golf cart. I was like, fuck it, I am not doing that. So then I didn't race. I didn't actually, like, start the race. And I just ended up, like, running around, like, cheering my own friends on. Because I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to do this to myself. I will not be told to run faster by a fat dude on a golf cart. So that was the end of my running career.
Well, it still doesn't show how you're the slowest runner in the nation. You're the slowest runner in that Eastern Conference or whatever it is, Northeast.
Yeah, I technically didn't start for the second one, but trust me, the times were definitely faster on this one, so I was not going to do well at all. I ended up having to run naked around the fucking red roof in like the suburbs of Kentucky, which was really fucking cold, by the way.
Yeah, you don't say?
Yeah.
What time of the year was this?
I don't remember. I think it was like March. I think it was around March. So I ended up just doing it. It's so... Yeah, that's where my collegiate running career ended. I retired after that season. Never to be seen again. Dude,
legendary.
Yo, that one...
Legendary.
So the fucking race that I didn't end up running, like that National 8K, there was a couple people that ran while juggling oranges. The whole way.
Wait, what? Somebody juggled an orange?
Yes, running? Like 3 oranges, running cross country for 8K.
It's pretty intense.
It is pretty, and they finished pretty fucking fast too. Like these fucking like hippie looking motherfuckers with like their 70s like porn stashes. And just like juggling oranges. They're from like California or like Portland or some shit like that.
Wow.
It was like, how, like, is this how you train? Like, do you run around the track just juggling oranges? Like,
I guess when you run for so long, eventually you try to find other stuff to do while you're doing it.
Because it becomes so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so easy.
That is some great hand-to-eye coordination right there.
Right? And it's not an even course, too. Like, it was a relatively hilly course.
Yeah. That's some great coordination right there. That's impressive.
It is fucking impressive. And I still can't run for shit.
What's the best you can do now?
I can't. I haven't run in like... I literally haven't run since like 2 weeks ago. I feel like a lazy... Dude, I am the weakest I've ever been in my life. It is amazing. I walk and I'm like, oh fuck, my legs are struggling. What?
Are you gonna do... Are you gonna do runs for the ocean?
It ends in...
Next week.
This month.
June 18th.
It ends this week.
It's 2 weeks.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's next week, June 18th.
I'll take my first run next week then. Fuck it.
I did 2 miles. That's it.
So...
But I think my tracker was off because I was running on a treadmill.
Oh. So Runs for the Ocean is, what's it called? It's the Adidas like campaign. For every kilometer you run, they donate $1 to like help ocean pollution.
Yeah, clean up the ocean.
You know,
and then there's a cap at I think 1.8 million or something like that, but
yeah, it's like 1.5, I think.
Yeah, or like a million people have registered so far, and I think around 300,000 miles have been ran. Let me check.
Germany is number 1 at I think like 70,000 kilometers.
Oh wait, you can check by country?
Yeah, you can check by country. The
cool.
US is like 12th.
So, they have 1 million miles today. Wow. Oh, you can view leader by country. Oh, it is Germany, France, Japan, Italy, Spain, Russia, Austria, United States. I'm surprised the United States is at 8th.
Especially with how many people they have.
Yeah, population size is pathetic.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, guess where Qatar is?
Where is Qatar?
103 with 137 miles.
Khalid, you literally could have done that yourself.
Hey man, I put in 2 miles in there, okay?
I put in 2 miles into the 130. Okay, so it's 1,047,181 miles, and Qatar did 130 of those.
Dude,
I mean, technically they're not on an ocean, so I guess they're not as concerned.
Yeah.
If that's one way to look at it.
Some guy called Alex Engel ran 94 miles. He's number 1. So if anyone can beat that.
So the average distance per country. Guess who is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess who's 10th?
Average distance per country?
Yeah.
I don't know. How the hell are we supposed to guess who's 10th?
Well, 10th. Okay. It's a very arbitrary country. Anyways, no one would have guessed. It's fucking North Korea.
North Korea, wow. I'm surprised they have internet.
North Korea is 10th at 2.5 miles.
Interesting.
I didn't even know they had Adidas.
Dude, Yemen is at 5th place. What?
Yemen is in 5th. Yeah, they don't have food, but they can run.
What the fuck?
Antarctica is 4th, dude.
Somebody's running in the fucking snow. What a savage.
I mean, they're all the fucking researchers living on like what's it called? In like their little.
I'm sure a lot of them are
camps.
oceanographers who have to like do physical fitness stuff just to be humans too.
Oh, that's true. They're literally the most involved people in this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all just like random fucking countries that like I really can't point at on the map. What's Wallis and Futuna? What the fuck is that country?
Probably an island, Caribbean.
Never heard of that before.
Wallis and Futuna.
Either that or it's an African island.
South Pacific between Tuvalu to the northwest, Fiji to the southwest, and Tonga to the southeast.
Wow, so it's way out in the Pacific.
Yeah.
I was very wrong.
You were, yep. It's a 29-hour flight.
Yeah,
No big deal. It's probably awesome.
Oh, it's probably fucking stunning.
It's like Fiji. I mean, if it's like Fiji and Tonga and those kind of places, it's probably great.
Let's see how expensive we can get a flight there, too.
Fiji's like the most expensive place, isn't it, to like vacation and everything like that? Because the flight, and then they gotta fly all the stuff to Fiji for you to consume.
Yeah, but the rent is so cheap.
You think Prime does 2-day there?
Prime 2-day shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Prime doesn't even do 2-day shipping to like Hawaii, do they?
I don't know.
some products, not everything.
Not everything.
No, some products.
Wow, they couldn't find a flight to Wallis Island from Buffalo.
Well, that's also Buffalo, so.
Yeah, but they connect you through things if they need to. So I don't know where the issue would be. Well, let's try JFK. Yeah, I tried JFK too. That doesn't even work.
Maybe there isn't no airport there.
What?
Maybe they don't have an airport.
Yeah, maybe they don't have an official airport and it's just like seaplanes.
Yeah, probably. How far is it from one of those other islands?
I have no idea. Let me call the embassy and check.
You You could just use a map, you asshole.
I'm opening Google Maps. Very far. There's a lot of blue in the way.
I was gonna say, otherwise maybe they use like Fiji as like a launching pad and they only have seaplanes, but no, that's very confusing.
Okay, there's a couple 100 miles actually.
Yeah, you can't. You'd have to have a plane. Probably something more robust. Although there are probably some pretty big ass seaplanes that are made for that kind of shit now.
Yeah, it's like 300 to 400 miles. Wow, this is tiny as shit.
Do we think a seaplane could fly from Buffalo to New York City?
Yes.
Well, then they could probably use seaplanes. There we go. Logic.
Seaplane range. Okay, let's figure this out.
Go down the rabbit hole.
Wait, what's the difference between a float plane and a seaplane?
One floats.
One sees?
One literally is the ocean.
Like what? Like what's the...
What is wrong with you guys?
Okay, so they're technically different.
You would... How else would they be different? Metaphorically speaking? One feels things differently.
Okay. Both a float plane and a seaplane can take off from and land on water.
Wow.
A float plane is technically a type of a seaplane.
It's like a square and a rectangle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So there are categories of seaplane.
Yes, of which float plane is one.
You know what's funny? I like boats and I like planes, but seaplanes do nothing for me.
They're a flying boat.
I know, you would think that would be like a hard-on, but it's not.
Huh. What do you have against them so bad?
And they're like a multi-tool. They're like good at... You can do everything with it, but they're not really good at anything. Like compare it to a boat, and then compare... Oh, I guess a plane is pretty similar to... It's probably a slow plane, though. Probably not the most aerodynamic of birds.
No.
You know what we should do? Nah, that probably already is one.
What?
God damn internet, ruining everything. We should make a seaplane that's like a race boat. That would solve the problem. And it's very
make it real
aerodynamic
fucking
in the
fast.
air. Yeah, like just fast in both categories. And fun. And also posh. With that.
And also posh. Okay, I figured it out. Float planes are the ones with the fucking floats on the bottom that you take on, that you land on.
Yeah, but okay, so what's a seaplane?
Seaplanes can land on their bellies.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so seaplanes
So it
can
doesn't
land...
need a float thing?
Yeah, so seaplanes can land on their bellies while float planes have to have those.
There's probably somebody
floats.
out there, probably not listening to this podcast, but there's probably somebody out there that like thinks we're morons because they're like a specialist in this, or like once heard this fact during bar trivia.
Yeah, but this is like...
These freaking idiots, they don't know the difference between a seaplane and a float plane.
Yeah, but like the person who wrote this, like this is on a website that makes seaplanes, and they're like, oh, you guys, we understand people use these interchangeably, but like they're not.
I've never used the word float plane in my life.
Neither have I. But now we know. Today we learned float planes and seaplanes are technically different.
The more you know.
Which is funny because...
This should be a new segment at this point.
All seaplanes float. But not all seaplanes are float planes.
Ooh. There's a plane that has a speed of 110 miles per hour, like an electric seaplane, and a range of 450 miles on 20 gallons.
It's like the Tesla plane.
Yeah, that is like a
You hear
hybrid...
that Tesla, Elon Musk is like, yo, our truck is going to be better than the F-150. Just fuck you, America, right to the face.
His truck.
I mean, it is an American truck.
That's true. It is an American truck.
It's just not run on gas.
Fuck you, standard U.S. gasoline auto sales.
More like Arab gasoline sales.
Potentially, yeah. Although most of our electricity in the U.S., I feel like, comes from
Gasoline.
Oil. Yeah, like.
Or coal.
Well, not where we are, because we have Niagara Falls. So like a lot of our power is a lot of the power in New York State is either hydro or nuclear.
Nuclear, yeah. Arizona's nuclear and solar.
Yeah, New York State is actually relatively clean with that.
Maybe everybody should move to efficient states, and then everybody get electric cars. Problem solved.
I wish it worked that way, but sadly it doesn't work that way, dude.
Did you see the UK went something like 2 weeks on fucking renewable energy. Like, they literally shut down their coal plants for 2 weeks.
That's wild.
They don't need them no more.
It was literally the longest time they were off since, like, they were turned on in, like, the industrial, like, revolution. So it's been, like, 200 years. This was the longest period of time ever.
Good thing we're saving coal jobs.
Good thing we're saving coal jobs.
Like, what?
Clean coal, my friend. Clean coal.
They wash it first.
Stupid.
They wash it first, and whatever comes out gets thrown into our rivers.
It's like when I dropped a scallop on the porch yesterday and go, you know what? Normally I would just throw this out, but it's a scallop, so I rinsed it and ate it. Plain coal. Still dirty. Let's be real. That should be the real slogan, the underlying text. Clean coal, still dirty. Come on, people. Are you fucking stupid? Maybe that's what the whole text should say.
Yeah, but politics.
You know what's crazy is, like, if we could solve one chemical process problem, which is the ability to basically capture carbon, none of this would matter.
But this is all still not solving the real issue. This is all still, we're still just going to live.
No, I'm well aware, but like we're basically fucking ourselves because of one very specific thing. And there's so many other ways to achieve energy, but we're like, nah, let's do all the things that specific thing is rendered from because politics.
Politics and money.
Politics is money.
Politics, there you go. Capitalism and politics. That's the thing that fucks up.
As I eat my cheese.
Like, eat my cheese stick. Wrapped in plastic.
You want some plastic, Joe?
All right. So let's just switch it up to Mitch, please, and his new topic for the week. Do you want to do the read?
Yeah, his new topic is personalized license plates. Are they cool or not?
Absolutely cool. For sure. Come on, people. Everybody's hating on the personalized license plates, but let's be real. They're hilarious sometimes. Did you see
some of them?
Did you see? Okay, so I have a friend from
some of them are really funny.
Yes, I have a buddy from high school who has an Instagram account. It's actually just his personal Instagram account.
Oh, right.
And he posts pictures of license plates on there that are hilarious. And the other day he posts one that's just like, it's a license plate that says askew, and only the top left bolt is screwed in, so the plate is crooked. And then his caption on the post is just like, definitely not straight today. And it was like on Pride Sunday in New York City. And I was like, wow, the levels here. Like, we've seen some great plates. Like, when you actually look for them, because everybody sends him pictures of them, that's how he builds up this, like, essentially repository that he dumps out. It's crazy. He told me he has, like, way more than he could ever post.
Oh, I send him stuff all the time.
Yeah. But, like, now when I start looking for them, like, they're fucking hilarious. And, like, I don't know if, like, okay, we're saying are they cool or not, or are they interesting or not to an extent? Like, yes. Are they worth the money? I don't know about that.
Didn't you think about getting one at one point?
Yeah, but
it's like $25 a year, isn't it?
It's like 60 over here.
It was 25 in Arizona.
I would just, like, have to know, I would have to have an idea good enough.
Abdul had a custom plate, actually.
Does he?
Back when he had his car, yeah. It said, what was it? Sun Devil Snow Club.
Oh no.
So it was more of a club acronym. That's it.
Okay, let me take you through a couple of our friend Hayden's. There's one that says dim shum, and the caption is "You dim shum, you lose shum."
It's a great account. Plug for Schmuck Pfeffer. I'm pretty sure that's his account name. Is that what it is?
Schmuck P Pfeffer.
Schmuck P Pfeffer.
Yeah.
At Schmuck P Pfeffer. Hit him up. Or just follow him through me or Abdul. They're phenomenal.
D Bowie. Hey, look, it's Ziggy Stardust.
That's pretty cool.
I don't get that one.
Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust.
I still don't get it.
Jay, get off the court.
David Bowie.
Oh, yeah, no idea about what that is.
Okay.
Well, I know David Bowie. I just don't know what that reference is.
It's a
song.
Yeah, it's a reference to music. Another one says Hufflepuff, and the caption is, "My other car is a Nimbus 2000."
No.
Oh, you
not
don't...
feeling that one.
Nah,
Okay. This one says Fish MD. Very rare. Most fish pre-med students can't get past the MCATs.
Okay, this is not bad.
This Some douchebag in a Lexus has full HP on his thing. The other one says TBB. And the question is like, what do you want? Answer, TBB.
So long story short is I would buy one.
So you would get a vanity plate?
If I had a good idea, yeah.
Okay. What kind of a person gets one? That's the second
Either
question.
someone who's clever or someone who's trying too hard.
But the overwhelming majority of people who get it are trying too hard and are usually really douchey. Like, I put them in two categories. It's either douchey dudes in, like, cars they think are way too cool, or soccer moms.
So I don't disagree with you, but I'm not letting that 70% ruin it for the rest of the 30%.
I wouldn't put it at 70. I think I'd put it higher than that.
Okay, I'll give it to you. 85, even maybe, yeah.
The majority ruin it for everyone else.
So the majority of fucking vanity plates are douchey as fuck.
Correct.
And they shouldn't have them.
Yes.
However,
they exist. And I would have one if I had a good enough idea because they're clever and some people are clever and they have them.
yes, if you have a good enough idea.
Wow, we have a very, really, really rigid stipulation for when you should get a vanity plate or not. Well, now, wait. Does the vehicle type make a difference in whether or not you should or should get it? Like, if you have like a Mini Cooper, an old Mini Cooper, or a classic car, or a cool motorcycle or something, is it more acceptable to have a vanity plate?
Depends what the plate says.
In fact, if you have a Mustang,
your plate is like lame.
Yeah,
If you put something douchey on like a Lamborghini or something, I mean it fits the description, but doesn't look nice.
Oh, I saw one 2 days ago on a Mustang that said "Damn Yankee."
Well, like I've seen hot rods that'll just be like a guy's first name and then Zrod, so it'll be like John's Rod, and like that I like because I think it's fucking funny.
It's also a little phallic and uncomfortable.
Right.
That's very basic.
It is basic, but that's okay. I think like it's not douchey. It's just some guy proud of.
That's acceptable, I
I've seen a
guess.
hot rod in Buffalo.
It's not
called
douchey.
Cold Rod, which I thought was kind of funny too.
What is
Cold
it?
Rod because it's in Buffalo. And it was like a Bills car right there.
A Bill's car. What about sports oriented like vanity plates?
Well,
douchey.
If it's team based, I would say it regionally depends on where you live and what sport that is for me to find it acceptable. Like if you lived in South Buffalo your whole life and all you know is the Bills and you're pretty much grown in this white bread, never traveled anywhere, never done anything kind of family, like, you know, people who vote for Trump. Like, yeah, I think it's acceptable for you to have a Bills team sports play because you're like Jag. You just don't know any better. But, like, other than that, no, I agree with you guys. I think it's kind of... Or, like, you're Drake and you have a Raps plate. Like, that's acceptable. Like, there are exceptions to that rule.
Or you're Drake and you have Raps.
Oh, I just went really, really off there. I apologize.
The Drake one? Oh, my God.
But
if you're a bandwagon fan like Drake... You just change your plate every fucking season.
Oh, good old TL.
Wait, who do you
one day you're Madrid, the other day you're Milan, the next day you're Raptors, the fucking next day you're Golden State Warrior fan.
Why?
Drake's pretty good about his allegiances, but I understand your stigma there, like in terms of the.
He's a bandwagon fan. He's all over the place, man. It doesn't make any sense.
He's always like the Raps, so I can give him the Raps at least, and probably the Jays.
Dude, I was listening to Bill Burr on his podcast today, just fucking going on one about how Drake is a bandwagon fan.
Bill Burr's also from Boston, so like he probably has the most skewed opinions on what it means to be a sports fan because they'll like shank a bitch for the Boston.
Yeah,
sports
they're
team.
hardcore, dude. They're
They're
fucking
wild.
hardcore there.
Boston, Philly. If Buffalo had a few more sports teams and they were good, I would feel like Buffalo would be a similar way, but they don't have the population. But like Boston and Philly especially, like people will murder you. Like you go to Brooklyn, 95% of the, no, that's a stretch. 35% of the people probably don't even give a fuck about the Nets whatsoever. And then the rest of that gap between like 35 and like 70, the other 35%, they like acknowledge their existence, and that's about it.
There's too much to do in Brooklyn. There's nothing to do in Boston and Philly.
Yeah, there is.
Also,
it's something to do there though. Like they're huge metropolitan cities. They're not like New York or.
No, they're big cities, but it's like it's older families in like Boston and Philly, and it's all like.
It's more suburban, so there's less shit to do other than watch fucking sports. and be fucking hardcore about it.
It's just the kind of population. It's just the kind of people that are there. Like
Yeah.
it's all like older Irish and Italian families, and
they're
they're all just like
wealthy
rural.
communities, and a lot of these
Fuck the
sporting events are
Yankees.
so wealthy that like they become these basically shows and displays of wealth, and like going to and having good seats at the Celtics is like going to and having good seats at the Knicks. It's like a status symbol if you live in Manhattan. So like. While I agree, I also would say that like those older populations, all those people, like sports has been around in the U.S. for a long time. A lot of the loyalties of a lot of these sports lie with the older people. I mean, the Red Sox is a really especially good example of that. But like, I don't know, yes and no. Also, I don't know how the fuck we got here.
Drake from Vanity Plates.
The last Mitch, please question. What is the douchiest plate you've ever seen?
The douchiest vanity plate we've ever seen? I think...
I can't remember of any. I've seen a bunch at ASU. There are like ASU ones or like UFA ones where it's like douchey.
I mean, I don't remember the specific plates, but I remember the specific themes. And I remember... Because UB has a huge Chinese student population. And
oh, yeah.
So basically, the two douchiest things that I remember, one of them was a straight up like sexual plate, like just douchey piece of shit. It's like just sex reference, and the other one was like, oh, I'm an Asian reference.
Yeah,
isn't that not allowed though to have something sexual? Because they review your post before. They review your submission before you.
It was like a subtle thing.
It's a subtle euphemism, right? Because I've seen one at UB as well, and it's probably the douchiest ones I've seen. It was ride dirty, RYDDRTY, and I was like, wow, that's fucking douchey.
Like shit like that, yeah, like sexual euphemisms and the Asian kids putting like something about like Asian GTR or something like that.
The worst one I've seen is raw dog. I've seen R4WDAWG.
Where the fuck did you see raw dog?
I don't know, but this was I think it was in Pennsylvania where my cousins used to live in Allentown, which was like bumblefuck to an extent.
Oh, you know what California has that's really interesting? I don't think any other state has that. In California, you can put a heart in your license plate. Like it's a character on your license plate.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very weird to look at the first time.
Huh.
So you can put I heart Cali or I heart LA or some bullshit like that.
License plates because keyboard text referencing can understand emojis now because it can translate.
No, like this is pre like iPhone and emojis and shit.
Right. I'm just saying like one day we're gonna have like skin tone 3 thumbs up license plate like in colon insert like when you put them into Slack.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, those are the douchiest ones for sure. I feel like I see more just like, wow, that's just bad. Like, that's just not cool at all.
The majority of them are bad.
Like SCCR mom or SCRMOM, like 4 or whatever. Like, all that kind of garbage. Although, I have to say, you could probably have the worst vanity plate in the world, and I would still like you better than if you had that goddamn fucking sticker family on your rear windshield.
Okay.
That says baby on board. The baby on board ones, or how many family members you've got.
Yeah,
I fucking hate those.
The stick figure family.
What am I supposed to sympathize with you on the road because of that? If you're driving like a piece of shit, I don't care how many kids you have.
Wait, so
in fact, I'm probably more mad because you procreated, you fucking idiot. Like, goddamn.
We don't need more idiots in this fucking world.
Wait, so what's worse? Those like balls that they put at the end of the trucks or the stick figures? The stick figures.
The stick figures are fucking awful.
Yeah, stick figures are worse than truck nuts. Also,
stick
they're so
figures
much
are
more
worse
frequent.
than truck nuts?
Yeah, they're more frequent. If I could wipe one off, if I could solve one problem.
Wait, like, they're more frequent, but are they really less?
Okay. Let's put it this way. 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 At least we know the guy with like the hanging nuts on the truck has a small dick, so that's an solved issue.
Yeah, but what if they're
people who stick figure fucking thing on their car, they have other problems, and we don't know what's their fucking problem.
That's fair.
Yeah, but they're just like families. Like they haven't done anything. They're proud of their own families.
You know,
While this dude is like overcompensating.
Like nobody
and
cares.
hanging, like,
Fuck you and your
metal balls
family.
on his
Just leave us
truck.
alone.
Like-
Don't put these fucking stickers there.
I never thought this was gonna be a hot take.
No,
How is this a hot
I
take?
honestly don't like the stickers. I'm not as passionate as Khalid about it. I think they're fucking stupid for sure. My problem with them is when people bomb their car with them, I'm like, now you're obstructing your vision. 1, 2, you're trying to like essentially have others give you sympathy in a situation because you have a family. Like no, like I said earlier. And 3, just like I don't understand, and like personally from an aesthetics perspective, how anybody could find that to be something that looks good. Like,
What about the Jesus fish?
Jesus fish.
Jesus fish you see a lot. Okay, yeah, Jesus
You
fish
see
are
a
the
lot,
car,
man.
The car magnet things.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
Like
about
the
now.
cancer bands. Like
I have no idea what that even is.
I don't have nearly as much of a problem with those things. The Jesus fish on the glass, I would say I have a problem with because again, obstructification, I don't care. If you have it in one of those magnet forms, I care about it slightly less because you're gonna lose it eventually anyway because you lose all the air. So you're just wasting money. And you're probably funding someone on Etsy who I probably don't agree with ideologically, but it doesn't matter.
You're supporting
I
small
digress.
businesses. But I digress.
You know what gets my nerves the most?
What grinds Khalid's gears?
No, but
No, the political stickers when it's over. Like then there's no fucking
that's great.
voting, nothing. Fucking take it off.
Yeah, it's
It looks awful,
I'm with
especially
her.
when your side lost.
I'm with her.
yeah, but
It,
like,
it looks tacky.
Are you? Is she in the car with you?
yes, but if you made the mistake of putting a sticker on your car, anyways, like to take it off, doesn't it like fuck with the paint a little bit? Like if it's been there for long enough.
Probably.
You take it to
That's why you
to
don't
some
do
car
anything.
shop. They'll take it off for
You
you.
can just get a heat gun though. You just get a heat gun. You heat it up. It melts the plastic on the back end. That's how you take decals and stickers off of cars. Like it is a
Or-
tops $27 investment.
Yes, but liberals are not gonna know how to do that.
Just liberals should know how to do it. We live in an era of access to information that is higher than any other time. If you don't know how to take a sticker off of your car and you fuck up your paint because you didn't look it up first, you deserve to fuck up your paint. And a body shop deserves to make money off of you, and you deserve to get poor, and then you get deserves to die in America because you're poor. JK. That's where we draw the line.
Fuck.
Damn,
Just
man.
kidding.
Damn, that went
Just
deep.
kidding. That's where I draw
I-
the line.
I remember seeing a post the
man.
other day being like, being a liberal is all fun and good until you need to borrow a friend's truck.
Until there's the Tesla truck, bruh.
That's why we need a Tesla truck.
This is why.
That's why we
Honestly,
need the Tesla truck.
The Honda
A liberal
Ridgeline.
truck.
There's your liberal truck, the Honda Ridgeline.
The Ridgeline, the
That's
old,
a genuinely good vehicle.
the
too.
old Toyotas.
You know what's a great
the
liberal truck?
old
The,
Tacomas.
the Toyota Helix.
Yeah, the Tacoma.
The
That's
Taco-
what is in the U.S. The Tacoma.
It's the ISIS truck though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
that's
they
not
never
sold in the
break-
U.S.
They used to make the 4-cylinder, and I think they might still maybe. Nah, I don't know.
They make them
4-cylinder,
here. They still make them here
four-wheel
in the Middle East.
4-cylinder, four-wheel
Yeah.
drive ones. Oh my god. 5-speed manual. That's
5-speed
your best. That is your most utilitarian. Just a 2-door cab.
That's what I learned how to drive manual on.
Really?
Really?
On a shitty fucking Toyota Helix.
Helix.
I learned to drive manual. I feel like on a VW Jetta, but like more so. The Volvos, like to me, Volvos like.
I learned on a shitty Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi.
I solidified my skills in.
I always
Portugal, for
fuck
sure.
up that name. Always.
Mitsubishi.
It's fucking too confusing, too long.
The Yaris I had in Portugal made me a real piece of garbage manual driver. Anytime you have to drive a 3-cylinder Yaris, which is what they had there, 5-speed, that car was hilarious. And like you had to rev the crap out of it to shift the gear. Like you couldn't find the gear otherwise. Yeah, literally. It was ridiculous.
Until it fucking moves.
You know what's funny is
It's
like
like
I
a
got
fire
that.
spare
Remember I
all
got
the
that
time.
bullshit like $300 fine because they told me I put the wrong gas back in the car, which is definitely not true. But I did.
Yeah.
It's like the only receipt I didn't keep was that gas station receipt.
Yeah.
So I like borderline stopped caring about the cost of that additional funding because I knew I was pretty much never going to see it after Chase screwed me on it and all that stuff. But I like don't care because I probably did damage to that car. Like there's no way. My foot was just on the ground. Like that car was so slow.
Yeah, but that's the only way to drive a 3-cylinder car on the highway.
And we were on dirt roads for some of it. Like we were flying. Anytime you get a Yaris above 100 miles an hour, your life flashes before your eyes slightly. It's terrifying.
The whole car just shakes.
The whole car is
like disintegrates
okay.
while you're moving on the highway.
Car like 800 miles on it too. I was like, yeah, this is good for the break-in period.
I hear if you do 120 on that car, the car just like becomes more aerodynamic because it just bends more.
I don't know, I have to consult
That's
my
not
sister.
good.
I have to consult my sister, but I think we did like 118 or 112, like down a hill, full force Yaris mode in Portugal on like this like coming down a ridge line in southern Portugal.
Why did you get a Yaris is my question.
Cheapest rental car. And like it honestly like it was so fucking fun. And like I had been watching so many of the like underpowered Top Gear specials at that kind of juncture in my life. So I was like, yep, power doesn't matter. I'll just drive it like a dick. And they are not wrong. But power does matter eventually, like on a highway.
No, that's the car I'm renting this week. I'm renting like a shitty ass like Ford C-Max or some shit like that.
You should have gotten Toyota Corolla. They're much better than a Yaris.
That's a step up price-wise.
That is a step up.
Bracket. Like a Yaris
It's not that
tiny.
big of a step up, though, isn't it?
And I don't know. I didn't really look. I looked at the rental car. I was like, that's the cheapest one. Oh my god, it's a fucking little 3-cylinder Yaris. I'm gonna sling dick around in that thing all weekend. I'll get that one. Also,
you know
all
what's the
those
best?
cars in Europe
You know
are
what's the
like-
best thing
everybody
about
has
those cars? You know what's the best thing about those cars?
65 miles per gallon.
No, the fact that they still have handbrakes. And you can just fucking skid with those things.
Yeah, you literally can. Because, well, they're all manual. They have to have the fucking e-brakes. But, like...
Just do the fucking handbrake fucking turn.
Well, that's... So, I was telling Abdul, like, the reason why I consider that the solidification of my, like, manual driving experience was just, like... It's hilly as fuck there, and it's cobblestones and stuff. Like, you only have 2 feet. Well, some people. But you only have
That's
2
pretty
feet.
hard to drive on with
Like,
manual.
What are you
It's
gonna
silly.
do? Hold the clutch in, hold the brake in, and then give it gas? Like, something's gotta give. So what you learn to do is you learn to e-brake launch. So you're on a hill, and there's a light at the top of the hill, and it's fucking steep, and you're on cobblestone with no grip in a Yaris with tires that are slightly larger than the average Cannondale. And, like, so you have to keep the e-brake on, and that's your brake foot, basically. So then your clutch goes in your left foot, and your gas is on the right, like usual. And you just kind of like hold the clutch out while you're giving it gas, while you're throwing the e-brake down, and you just kind of let the car jolt itself back up the hill. And it's the only way to do those e-brake starts.
You gotta learn how to heel and toe.
I never appreciated how my dad kept like a steep car on a ramp, like just, like holding it and then like slowly just like going up with like if you're getting into like a parking garage or like something like that. And like he always just did it with the manual car that we had like years ago, and I was like, oh no, that's very simple. And now I'm just like,
It takes
holy
effort.
fuck, like, there's
It
no
takes
way
effort,
could ever
man.
even know how
I
to
can do
that.
it on a hill better. It's when you're in like a crazy weird scenario when the roads are narrow, when you're on like curves, when you're on hills all at the same time. Like drive around Porto and you'll be like, oh, that's why. Like, or certain areas of Lisbon, like on the way back up from the shoreline, it like into those like Alfalma neighborhoods. Oh my god, dude, there is no way you can heel toe your way out of that. Like you're getting caught around a corner and there's a goat and a grandmother around the corner and the actual road is not much wider than your actual Yaris because you're probably not supposed to be where you are. But Google Maps, it's fine.
Well, that's
And
when
there's
you
also
rent a
no
smaller
police
car.
in some of those countries. I feel like the police
They don't give
they
a
just don't
fuck.
give a fuck.
I mean,
I was offered
Portugal is,
drugs 12 times the first
like,
night
they
I was
decriminalized
in.
drugs.
The first night I was in Lisbon, I was offered a drug like 12 times. It was ridiculous. It's almost all hash too, which is hilarious.
Comes from Morocco.
It definitely does, and most of the people selling it are Moroccan.
Yeah, no, that's where all
Like,
the drug
for
trade is
sure.
from in most of Europe. But no, Portugal's like decriminalized, so it's like very easy to like get things and people don't like overdose and like crime goes down when you don't fucking arrest people for having a joint on them. But
Don't they have like clinics now in Portugal too, like Switzerland? So if you're like addicted to some kind of drug, you can actually get in there and get treated for it. And they give you the
support.
cleanest form of it until you're like healed back into society.
So basically, actual rehab centers that don't criminalize like getting treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
State funded.
That's the proper way to do it. It's a public health concern. Like if you have a population that's addicted to a drug, like that's the reality of it. Like they exist, they have to it has to be dealt with, and like throwing them in jail doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah.
Like, drugs inside jails are more prevalent than outside jails. So their drug problem is only going to get worse. And you're not rehabbing anyone. They come out and they still need to carry on with their lives as they were.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you gotta provide some like safety net for people to like, you know, not shit the bed. But I digress. Alex was supposed to do our sports update, and then he left very conveniently now.
Guess the Raptors are winning, so...
Wait, before that, I need to tell you what happened with my fucking Uber driver yesterday, and I still have no idea how I feel about it. So I got in this car, and it's this, like, hickish dude with, like, dip in his mouth playing, like, country music. Like...
Did he sing Old Town Road? Please tell me he sang Old Town Road.
No, I should have asked him how he felt about that, actually. But, like, I got in the car, and, like, he's a nice dude, but, like, he's playing, like, he's, like, very stereotypical, like, hickish dude. And I get in, and as soon as I get in, I'm like, oh, hi, how are you, blah, blah, how's your night? He looks at me, and he just changes the radio channel and puts on rap. It's like, what? And, like, it's not like he was feeling it, or, like, he liked it, because, like, he was not into it at all. And he lowered the volume several times when, like, he just wasn't for it, because it was like some of it was like a little aggressive rap, so like it was done for my own like benefit.
How did he even make the assumption that you even like rap? I have
no idea. He was like, oh, brown dude, he looks dark enough for me, I'm just gonna put on rap. It's like, what? And I still have no idea how I feel about that whole interaction, so I just sat in silence and listened to like really aggressive rap for 20 minutes on my way home. And I'm just like, is this like, I feel slightly offended, but I'm also like, I appreciate that you like try and like, you know.
He's trying,
but like there were a lot of shitty assumptions being made there. So he can get where he got.
You could have made a better assumption.
Dude, there were so many assumptions that were made on the way to him deciding that I should play rap music for this brown dude in my car. So... I still haven't decided how I feel about that yet, but it's fucking hilarious. It's like, I just want to know what was going on inside his head for him to get there.
My only question really is, like, if your mom was also in the car, like, your mom is...
No, my mom wasn't in the car. I was just on my own.
Oh, I was going to say, because your mom's, like, clearly a Middle Eastern woman.
Yeah,
there's no... Like... Well, it's this is why the first time you told me this story, this is what I'm envisioning. I'm like, how the fuck has he even made that mistake to begin with? But
no, my mom wasn't in the car. I was in the Uber on the way home last night.
I would have been dying.
But like, I just want to know what the internal monologue was for him to get to the assumption that like I should play rap for this kid. Like, I'm glad he turned off the country music. Don't get me wrong, because that was just gonna be that was not gonna be fun for me. Because fuck country music.
Well, when you only had one black kid in your high school in the past 12 years, like, I don't know.
No, one half black kid and you called him mulatto all the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, that's
Wait,
the thing.
Didn't you have a Nigerian kid?
Ghanaian, but he's talking about the Uber driver. Not
me. I'm not representing any of our lives.
He's not talking about our lives, because I
thought you were talking about your life.
No, yeah. I've had more than one black person in my school.
#UB.
Yeah, I mean, also in high school.
#diversity.
#diversity. Yeah. My favorite classmate, his name was Ebenezer Agokbe.
That is the most black name I've ever heard, and I love it.
He was Ghanaian, and he came to our school in... him and I moved to the school the same year, age 8 in 11th grade, and he comes in, and he's the sweetest human being in the world. Wouldn't harm a fly. And we were a class of like 10 people, and it was like the most toxic environment you've ever been in.
Oh my God.
And by the end of the year, he literally took like some kid's crutch and like slammed him in the face with it. Not for
you guys created a monster.
Dude, you know why he did that? He did that because that kid didn't close the door on his way out. Like, it's not like he even did anything.
Wow, you guys created a monster,
like,
is what you did.
This kid wouldn't close. This kid has this tendency to leave the common room and just like not close the door all the way. And this one time, Ebenezer looks up to him. He's like, "If you do that one more time, I will fuck you up." And takes the crutch and like a fucking bat, just like into this kid's face. It's like the transition that happened was incredible.
Did he get knocked out or something?
He needed a minute, but he was fine. But like this kid came into our school the first year and was like, "You guys, why are you fighting? You guys should be like brothers," like that kind of person. And
wow,
then
you guys created a monster
in like a couple months. No, they did.
Now he's like a fucking African ultimate fighting champion in fucking Papua New Guinea.
He's actually like an aviation like mechanic in like China or something.
He's the one who's responsible for the 737s. Fuck everybody.
That was Malaysian.
He took
Malaysian
air,
engine. Not Chinese.
Yeah, Malaysian and Ethiopian.
And
that was Malaysian
Ethiopian Air.
Ethiopian, yeah. Yeah, but the transition was just phenomenal.
That was nice to think about, though.
That was why I hated my I literally didn't even show up to that high school's graduation. Like I didn't even go to that school's graduation. Like,
you didn't go to your own graduation?
It was an awkward open
No, I missed my own graduation. I went to yours, you dumbass.
I know you went to mine, but yours was on the next day, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I skipped it. It was all.
My graduation was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was fun. We just ended up on the beach until like 4 a.m. Bunch of like.
Until 6 a.m., dude. We were barbecuing fucking hot dogs on the beach.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were like
good times.
For, like,
good
a
times.
Grocery store that sells hot dogs and grills, and like we just bought everything to grill those hot dogs for no good reason.
America.
Yes.
More like guitar.
Guitar.
All right, so that's the podcast for this week. We're both kind of getting out of a bender of being sick.
Wait,
three of us.
You guys brought me on to discuss the Raptors.
Oh shit! Yeah, you have.
And I'm legitimately wasted. Not wasted. This was fun, but I was an SME in a thing we didn't fucking talk about.
Okay.
Except for Drake.
Okay. Well,
maybe till next time.
Oh my god.
Till they play Game 7.
Oh my god.
Let's give him 2 minutes to give us.
They're not going to Game 7. Are you kidding? There's no chance.
Okay, you have 2 minutes. Go.
I'm only finished chewing this. Hang on.
Yeah, we got a pressure cooker and we made fucking meat in it. It took like an hour.
Was there a question about this, or is this just like a free and open topic?
Free and open topic.
Free for all.
Alright. Well, I don't think Golden State would be in the position they were in if it wasn't for injuries. 1. KD can't play, so they're fucked. 2. They lost 2 games back-to-back at home against Kawhi because he's God. 3. He's going to do it again. 4. They'll probably close him out in this game in Toronto on Wednesday.
So Raptors and
what game are they on right now? Game 5, 4?
5.
So
Raptors
gonna be
4-1. It's gonna be 4-1. But when you get injured like that, what are you gonna do? Like, Game 3 was pretty much a joke. It was Steph Curry. They played box 1 defense against the guy. Look up box 1 defense, Steph Curry, Raptors. It's a high school defense that they played in the NBA Finals.
And it worked?
And it worked, kind of. It actually worked it worked well. It legitimately worked well. It's literally like where everybody plays zone and then one guy just follows the best player on the team so that you always have double coverage. Box 1. So they create a box, and whatever corner of the box he's on, that becomes the second defender, and the guy chasing him is the first. Basically, that's the long and short. And they won that way. Yeah, Toronto's just going to kill him, like for sure. But had Golden State been healthy this whole time, I think they probably would have won in like 5 themselves. So that's about it. Steve Kerr's a good coach still. Nick Nurse, good coach, but
coach.
That team's also basically been together except for Kawhi and Danny Green. So you add a relatively consistent 3-point shooter and you sub DeRozan for Kawhi, like, game over. Good for good.
We have a friend going to the fucking Game 5 in Toronto, and that's going to be insane. One of Khalid's college friends.
Man, that's a...
Oh, he's Canadian, so he's actually going to Canada. He's actually there right now. Are they playing tonight?
No.
Or tomorrow?
I don't know.
I feel like it's Tuesday.
He bought tickets, but he's in Toronto right now, so I'm sure he's like pretty excited about that.
June.
And everybody on Facebook like that's American is like, how can we just delete your profile off of Facebook?
Oh, sorry. The game's tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, game's tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9.
Dimitri literally is not happy about this.
Why?
Dimitri and Dan.
Dimitri's Russian.
Yeah, but he's American.
Okay, fair. That's. I'm not gonna
I
dig
don't
into
know.
that. But
Golden State, I love watching them play. They're a great team. I hate how much people bag and don't respect what they have going there sometimes, and just say that they're some sort of super team. Like, if you had the best company in the world, everyone would want to work for you too. I just don't understand it. I also don't understand why people get pissed off when players chase money. Like, don't you make career moves for more money too? Anyway.
I mean, look at LeBron.
Right. I mean, yeah, and that was even for more business reasons potentially than that. And, like, I just don't understand how anybody can bag on this situation. So, that's all well and good, but, like, I did want Toronto to win this more for sure. I don't know if it's not really because of Kawhi. It's more about Toronto as a whole. But, like, as a superstar, like, that's the guy that probably people should be modeling themselves after. He just freaking goes out and destroys people. Doesn't trash talk, ever. Like, and he just puts in the work and is just an absolute physical specimen. Like, obviously, there's some physicality that comes with his existence that, like, allows him to do what he does, and, like, hand size, physicality size, like, just when you're born with certain trait. But, like, as a superstar, not that Golden State is bad either, right? Like, I think people, like, bag on a lot of these guys and give them bad credit. Like, KD's a good dude. Steph does a lot of things in the community. Like, all these guys do a lot of shit. I don't know. Like, but of the organizations that could have been in the finals, like, two classy organizations. Like, I don't understand how people are bagging so much hate in either direction, especially people who are just, like, soft NBA fans, which is pretty much 70% of people watching the finals. Especially because it's just Golden State, which is, like, the team everybody pretty much knows about at this stage in the game, versus a non-American team. So people are like, yo, yeah, fuck it. Let's fuck Toronto. like, okay. Like, okay. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Especially without
just America being America.
We gotta support them.
Gotta get nationalistic against, like what the fuck?
Against Canadians.
Canadians.
I told people...
I'm not your guy, buddy.
I told people in Milwaukee when it was Bucks Raps, like, I was like, I'm rooting for the Raptors. They're like, how could you do that? You're an American. I'm like, that is by far the closest metropolitan city to where I was born, where I was raised, where I lived my entire life.
They're also technically originally a Rochester team. So
yeah, that's true. They were the Rochester Royals. Plug to the Rochester Royals, hashtag my dad who doesn't have a Twitter.
The Raptors were the Rochester Royals?
Yeah. So my dad
Why'd they move to Canada?
That's money, probably.
Ooh.
But
sponsors?
Like, I don't know, like, you could Wikipedia the story of the Rochester Royals. It would be interesting.
They're also the only Canadian team in the NBA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the Rochester Royals were an NBA-esque, not NBA, but, like, they were the highest league in basketball team, and they were out of Rochester, and they won a championship. So Rochester technically has a national championship title in a league that can still be, like, traced to a current day league, and Buffalo doesn't.
Buffalo has the Buffalo Braves that were, like, in the 70s, and then they moved to LA and became the LA Clippers.
Yeah, but they never won anything.
But yeah, neither of them.
That's the Clippers now?
Yeah, the Clippers were originally a Buffalo team.
Khalid, do you, like, the history of a lot of these American team sports, like, they're fucking wild. They're like, it's like a soap opera. Like the story of the Colts. Like, they were originally in Baltimore, and legitimately, the Baltimore Colts, which are, like, really, the Ravens replaced them, then they become the Indianapolis Colts for football. Like, the Baltimore Colts literally left Baltimore overnight. The owner was like, nah, fuck this place. And they literally gathered all of the supplies and just left. Like, that's what happened. That is basically the story.
Yeah, the Buffalo...
Too simple.
The Buffalo Braves and the Celtics owner, like, both of the owners, like, literally traded teams, and the former Celtics dude just took the Buffalo Braves and moved them to California. He's like, we're done. He's like, fuck this place. And they made the playoffs 3 times and never actually did anything. So they're keeping in theme with, like, all Buffalo sports.
The real question
never won anything.
If... What era of basketball was that? Like, how old was that team?
60s. I think it was like 67, 68, 69.
What was the breakthrough for African Americans in basketball, timing-wise?
I don't know. Maybe it was just like a very white team.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we didn't get... Because, listen, I've seen some of these kids in LA Fitness. Holy shit, dude. There is some talent in street ball. It's pretty intense. That's why people don't understand. Like, the NBA is honestly probably the most competitive league in the world. It's like 300, somewhere between 300 and probably 350 players, or probably around 350 players. from around the world, it's the best league for that sport, bar none. It's like the best 350 players in the world all play in the NBA.
It was 70-78.
Like, yeah, there's once in a while you get, like, the best player in Europe being able to probably be a good NBA player, but they would probably still be, like, a bench NBA player. Like, it's rare that you get it otherwise. But, like, because when people start to shine in the European leagues, like Luka Doncic, like, the Mavericks just go and pick that guy up. Like, that's, like, the NBA is ultra competitive. So, like, what's wild is all of the level of skill in amateur basketball in the U.S. Like, some of these kids who've, like, played in college or just played in high school and were savages but just had no actual pathway forward. You watch them go and play in a park. Kids are, like, dunking in the park in Buffalo.
No, they're really fucking
like,
good.
Ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
So the NBA Rookie of the Year in 73-74, which was the Buffalo Braves player, is called Ernie DiGregorio. He was like this Italian dude. Or am I... But is Bob McAdoo anything important?
Yeah, that's a name.
Yeah, he was on the Braves. He was like an MVP in 75 and won 2 NBA championships.
Huh.
He was 6'9".
Nice.
Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ. That's a building. That's a human building.
He was an assistant coach for the Miami Heat from 95 to 2014. Holy fuck, his career highlights are super long.
I mean, he was
genetics on this guy.
5-time NBA All-Star. He was an MVP.
Yeah, 2-time NBA
was
champion.
Like a known player.
Yeah, a 1-time MVP, 5-time All-Star.
Won 2 national championships with the LA Lakers during Showtime.
3-time NBA scoring
he played
champion.
with fucking Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he was on the Buffalo Braves, but then he moved to Italy. He was the Italian Cup winner in 1987.
He played with the Buffalo Braves from 72 to 76, the Knicks, the Celtics, the Pistons, the Nets, the Lakers, the Sixers. That is a list. And during the years with the Lakers, which was the 81 to 85 Lakers, they would have won 2 championships with fucking Magic Johnson.
Those were his 2 championships
like,
that he got.
Jesus Christ.
21 points, 8 rebounds in 58 games.
I mean, he was the coach of the Heat for, like, forever. I remember that.
Yeah. He was an assistant coach from, like, 95 to 2014.
Oh, just an assistant coach. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're a little over. So...
Time to end the show.
Yeah.
This has been a very, very sick podcast. A Sickcast.
Oh yeah, this is all people that have sinus infections or coming down from sinus infections. Recovery Road. Okay.
Thank you guys for listening. Please leave feedback and a rating on iTunes and wherever you're listening.
Spotify.
Leave a 5-star rating. That helps us a lot. And you can follow us on our social media. Insta and Twitter is at Dose Browns. And you can follow me on Twitter and Insta at KAlibra94. Abdul.
And I'm on social media as SudoGo on Instagram and SudoCamel on Twitter. And then would you
I think I'm Alex_Scalzo.
Yeah, it's Alex_Scalzo.
Jag is nothing.
Jag has no social media, although if
He
he stays in the house, we might consider that.
Oh.
Maybe you guys should start an Insta for Jag and just call him Jag.
If we can convince Kate to leave him with us as she pays for his expenses.
Yeah, that's
life.
really the deal right now. Leave him, but you have to pay for
That
all his
sounds
stuff.
like a shitty deal for her.
And whenever she wants, whenever we need her to take him back because of convenience, she has to. That's the actual full deal.
Yeah, it sounds like a shitty deal for her.
Right, but we're gonna sell it. We're gonna twist it, don't we?
Yeah, but what's her other option?
Her other option is take
He
him.
takes a cat and not deal with your guys' bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
except
but
then she has to actually take care of it.
But she can't take him away from us. Like he's important. She can't just do that.
He's structurally integral to the
Dude,
foundation.
an hour ago you wanted to chuck that cat outside of your window.
Yeah, because he fucking ran into my room and just knocked everything over like a fucking asshole.
And on that note, on that Jag note, time to end the show. See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.